with.
Hey, it's Carrie.
And Leigh with the Florida Source. We're going to talk with Riley Goldman today about Beachside Vacation Rentals. He's a property manager in Brevard County and he has so many amazing properties. So we're really excited to hear about it.
Yeah. Hey, we're here with Riley Goldman and Beachside Rental Company. We're going to ask him a few questions about what all his company provides. So you're an Airbnb business mainly, right?
Yes. So we majority run short-term rentals. We are about to get into long-term rentals as well, but we mainly focus on the short-term side, anywhere from daily to monthly rentals.
Yeah. So you rent out houses and condos, townhomes and everything, right?
Yeah. So we really have no hey, this is the only thing we do.
Yeah.
We manage anything from houses, condos, oceanfront condos, regular condos. We have a few little kind of boutique hotels that we manage in the area. So, and we also manage complexes as well, like this one at River Fine, Cape Crossing. So we kind of do a little bit of it all.
Yeah. And you're all over Brevard, you go inland.
Yeah. So we're majority in Cocoa Beach, Merritt Island, and Cape Canaveral. Yeah. But we do have some rentals in Indian Harbor Beach, Satellite, and then long-term stuff. We're kind of more open to being long-term wherever. It's just the rental restrictions in other parts are a little bit more strict.
Right.
Because Carrie and I are realtors, and I think a lot of people are curious about this, but so if you're gonna come and you're gonna buy an investment property, what key features should you look at to get that occupancy rate up?
What's the long-term goals rather than the day one goals? You know, so I try to have two mindsets of are you doing this purely for cash investment? And then it really just depends on pricing wise. You know, hey, if you could get a townhome for $300,000 and get a $50,000 return on it, it's probably going to be your best investment. Where that ocean or that riverfront pool home, you buy it for $1 million, you get 130 grand. The return might not be as good, but the long-term play in it might be better. So what the goals of your investor are is kind of what I would focus on.
Yeah.
But in terms of what rents the best and getting the occupancy best, the pool, it's so hot here, today it's 100 degrees outside. So pools, people love telling their kids, hey, go swim in the pool, just don't drown. But I would say the pool is the most important thing.
Okay.
And then just being appealing. And interesting enough, my one advice would be is don't have a beach theme, because there's so many rentals with the beach theme, and we're seeing a real shift where it's people just like a nice, clean, modern design.
Yeah.
And the beach theme, a lot of times it gives off just a tacky kind of vibe if you don't do it right.
Yeah.
So I would just say, just go modern, go clean, go crisp. A saying that I use is, you want it to be female positive and male neutral. So 80% of people who book vacations are females. And if you think about it, it's, if you're the wife and you're looking on, hey, this is where I want to stay. She usually shows it to the husband. The husband says, yeah, that looks good for me.
Yeah, what great information. I never knew 80% of women are the ones booking.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really interesting.
The decision makers,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. What is your favorite property that you've managed in your career?
Oh, man. Oh, shoot. There's this one house on Jamaica Drive, and it just reminds me of a well done Cocoa Beach home that kept getting restored and brought that 1960s vibe, but modernized it just enough where it still feels like a Cocoa Beach home, but it doesn't feel too modern. So it gives that vibe of 1960s, but in a more
I love that.
Yeah.
But they've kept it up and
they have the original
clean.
terrazzo. It looks beyond beautiful. The best looking terrazzo I think I've ever seen in the area.
That's awesome.
So
Riley is going to be super nice and accommodating and let us, Carrie and I, start touring these Airbnbs. So I want to tour that one.
Oh yeah. It's beautiful.
So I've had an Airbnb before, back when it was VRBO. A person that has their condo or home and they want to rent it out, how much would you charge?
So great question. So we're commission based. More money they make, the more money I make.
Yeah.
So in generally, I'm right at 20% is my starting point.
And you take care of like all the cleaning, all the linens. If something breaks in the middle of the night, do they have somebody they can call?
So great question. Yeah. I am 100% turnkey. So they forget about it and they receive a check in the mail. And it really depends on the owner, the involvement they want.
Yeah.
So some owners say, hey, I want my handyman to fix all the problems that come up. Yeah. And I say, that's no problem as long as he's available and good when I call him. Hey, can you handle this? And he responds in an orderly manner, 100%. So some people like their people involved. Some, like there's one owner, I swear I've talked to him one time in my entire life.
Yeah.
And he gets a check every month and he's the happiest man in the world. And I understand this is someone's home, it's their home, and I want them to achieve their goals, So like some people only rent it 6 months of the year and I have no problem with that at all, and they use it the other 6 months. Some it's purely investment. Some they call me and say, hey, my family's coming this week and it'll just be completely random.
Yeah.
But 100% turnkey. We deal with the annoying phone calls, deal with the annoying guests that tell you that they're unhappy because they want feather down pillows and So I handle all the fun stuff, and we have a program where we have a damage waiver. So the guests actually pay for like $150 damage protection.
Oh, wow.
So if they break one of these lamps in here, I replace it on my dime.
Okay.
So it's really unique is all of our cleaners are in-house. So we don't use a third-party service because we've noticed a lot of third-party services, they're in the turn and burn game. So the faster they get it done, the better. And I've experienced that's not our goal, right? Our goal is to do a good job, find anything a guest, because guests they find the tiniest little thing and then they start looking for the next problem.
Yeah.
And so cleanliness is the most important part.
I do know, like when I did have my rental, my short-term rental, I lived 6.5 hours away from it. And this was before all these rental companies, short-term rental companies became like big, it was more like long-term rental companies back then. And that's the most stressful thing is you get a call in the middle of the night and you're 6.5 hours away and you can't come fix something, like the toilet quit working or something. I can't flush the toilet.
And it's things too, like my TV remote's not working.
Well,
and it's
usually the batteries.
Yeah, it's usually the batteries, but you still have to get them the batteries.
Like having somebody like you that has a company, a local company where everything is just right here at your fingertips, and it just eliminates a lot of the stress for the owner.
Yeah. And we provide 24/7 service. So we have messaging 24/7. Yeah. So there's always someone able to help the guest, whether they lock themselves out because they're drunk or any other thing. So.
Yep. So Beachside Vacation Rentals. Your website is
beachsidevr.com.
Beachsidevr.com. Book directly and save. Thanks, Riley, so much for letting us interview you today and learn a little bit more about your business and how everything is ran. And we cannot wait to start doing videos inside of your Airbnbs and promoting them and seeing what's unique about each one.
Yeah, I'm excited, and thank you guys. It's an honor, and however I can help, I'm always here.
Awesome. So, thanks so much, Riley.
You're welcome.
Hi. All right. Oh, you're a daddy's boy, huh? You don't listen to us girls.
No.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We are your local real estate experts.